What could be more ordinary than a spring walk across Boston Commons? What could be more extraordinary, I might reply, because here on this holy public ground in the 1660s, women gave their lives for personal and religious freedom. Women like Quaker preacher Mary Dyer, buried here in an unmarked grave. Women like my 10th great-grandmother Mary Wright, who at 18 nearly met the same fate. Come with me as I meet Mary Wright in colonial history. Help me thank her for planting seeds of the freedoms you and I now enjoy. Expatriate pilgrims, Mary's parents found refuge in the New Netherlands colony. They held meetings in their home and practiced their faith safely for the moment. Even Mary, at 15, was already preaching, just like her mother. In addition, in peaceful resolve, the meetings throughout New Amsterdam adopted a new principle of religious tolerance. And from 1657 to 1664, they fought a peaceful civil battle with the governor over public and religious freedoms. In 100 years' time, you find these principles inspiring the U.S. Constitution and Bill of Rights. But back in Massachusetts, persecution grew even more gruesome, and 1660 proved to be the tipping point. Mary Dyer intentionally violated her banishment once too often. Governor Endicott and his council enforced the law of death by public hanging in Boston Commons. In a noisy procession, history notes, she walked to her fate while the drums beat and the Puritans shamed her. Standing at the gallows, though, she displayed quiet resolve to all. It was June 1660, and the news spread quickly from meeting to meeting all the way to Long Island. So with her parents' blessing, 18-year-old Mary and her sister Hannah set out by foot to go to Boston and witness before this Puritan governor and his council. On coming to Salem, the Wright girls joined 23 other Quakers and continued on their protest. They too entered this English colony without permission, in violation of the law, and were promptly imprisoned. Mary witnessed directly to the same Governor Endicott, and all 25 were kept in the prison languishing nearly a year, while petitions made their way to King Charles II. He relented and replaced death by hanging with a new law. But unknowing, Mary, Hannah, and the others were forced from the prison into the busy public commons. What would be their fate? They learned public banishment, not death. They could be stripped to the waist, thrashed, and could be hung. Women could even have their tongues tied. So town by town, they were banished to new towns, new swords, and new people ready to shame them. Blasphemer, gossip, witch. And then the wilderness. And history, too, goes silent. Then in 1663, history notes Mary Wright and Samuel Andrews professed their marriage vows at the same Flushing meeting where the Remonstrance had been born. It is one of the earliest recorded weddings in New York. Somehow you can feel history and faith offering justice where governors fail.